Okay. I'm really sorry about that. So my question is, where do you think they are getting their audacity? And that is where my submission was based on. My point was that where they are getting audacity is where our problem is. That is the source. Do you understand? So when we when we sort out that problem, then we are okay. That is one. And then two, I said, and I repeat again, tuelewe rights zetu, tuelewe roles zetu as citizens. And I think Tunga Revolution really put it out clearly. And I'm not even going to repeat it again. If you listen to what he said, it is exactly what I was trying to say, but he put it in a better word, in a better wording. Now, let me say this, Raymond, because I want to take exactly 2 minutes. Marching to State House is a bad idea. Trust me, it is. It is a bad idea. Why? Because one, when we get Rigathi Gachagua is even worse than Ruto. Why? Because he's already talking about tribal politics. Even as we speak, he's still campaigning for Mount Kenya, Mount Kenya, Mount Kenya. He's not talking about Kenya. He's even worse. You get it? What we want consequence. And I repeat again, we want consequence. Sasa nijiulizeni, nani ana deny Kenyans consequences for atrocities committed? Nani ana deny Kenyans consequences? That is the question that we should ask ourselves. Because if members of parliament knew that they have consequence to their actions, they wouldn't do those things. If the president knew there are consequences to his action, he wouldn't do those things. Hata angengoja tutoke streets, he would have that fear in him. Me, I'm telling you for free. Revolutions take time, and these people know that. By the time we stage another revolution, it's 20 years. Our last revolution, ilikuwa almost 2000 and something. We got 202. Me, I'm telling you, bruh. Revolutions, they take time before they happen. So the next person we have will be rotten again because anajua hakuna consequence. And again, it will be a cycle. It will be a cycle. That is why Africa is not moving on. Kwani how many revolutions have we seen in Africa? Gabon imekuwa na revolutions ngapi? They're still fucked up. DRC imekuwa na revolutions ngapi? They're still fucked up. So many countries have had these revolutions that have done nothing for them. Why? Because they went for politicians. Politicians are just the representatives of the problem. And that is what I'm saying. If we want to sort out our problem, to end the source of the problem. What is this source? Now, number one, most countries that are doing good, they have something called the parliamentary system, not the presidential system. Like Kenya has what we call presidential system, where the president has the final say. Parliament inaweza draft bills and whatever, president anakataa kusign. It doesn't, hakuna shit mnadu. You get it? Mnamrudishia anakataa kusign. It happened during Uhuru's time when they wanted to appoint some 24 JSC, whatever, members or whatever. You remember Ruto ndiye aliingia akawaeka. He named a few G7 or 8 akawaingiza. We saw it. He had the final say. But if we have a country where the president has no hold over the parliament, kitu parliament inapitisha ndo kitu ina happen, then that is where we begin. And where public participation is actually public participation, because in Kenya we don't have public participation. Bro, me I hear people talking about public participation, I'm like, we anasema what public participation? I'll give you an example of the other day. They were like, Kenyans want the finance bill. 64% of Kenyans are happy with the finance bill. That is what the public participation report read. That we are happy with it. 64% of us. Were we? We weren't. So what I'm saying is, hakuna kitu kama public participation Kenya, bruh. So if we have a parliamentary system that is actually working, we will shift from the presidential system to parliamentary system, and it's actually working. Presidential, what do we call it? Public participation is actual public participation, like the way Unga Revolution put it in Switzerland. That is how we start, by sorting the problem from the source. Manelewa. And when we have an independent judicial system where President Akiblanda anakuwa summoned, arrest warrants na minkitu. We have very many members of parliament when wamepatiwa arrest warrants hawajai kuwa arrested, because no one fears our judiciary. Our judiciary is a blunt knife. Watu wanaogopa judiciary ni wezi wa kuku. Watu wanaogopa judiciary ni wezi sijua nini. Petty people, petty thieves, ni sisi wananchi ndio tunaogopa judiciary. Because it's a blunt knife. Blunt knife huwa inakata mgomba wa ndizi peke yake. You get it? Ukienda katia ngombe mguu unapiga hivi nakata. Because it's fucking blunt. It only cuts the vulnerable. You get it? But to fall a tree, a blunt knife will take forever. Hata uwezi kata mti na blunt knife, FYI. That's why I'm trying to say, when we have a judiciary system that is feared, mtu akiona Chief Justice ni kama ameona nemesis, yani ni kama ameona sijui nini. We want to have a Chief Justice who is actually a Chief Justice. We want to have a judicial system that is actually a judicial system, not a puppetry. You get it? We literally begged the president to appoint judges. Begging. And do you know how many years that shit took? Right? It took 5 years. Ndio akakuwa appointed. Judiciary, you beg budget allocation, bro. That's what I'm saying. We need a very serious discussion here. Mwachane na hii political class. Political class will be replaced by another political class, which will be replaced by another political class, which will do the same shit. But when they fear, ile one step mistake against the constitution is a direct ticket to jail. Bro, you don't know what type of shit. Unajua watu wangapi wapo vitu natakaga kuiba? And then we remember nikiiba watoi wangu je. Nitaenda jela then. Do you know how many people boss wako anakuba unasikia umnyonge but unaogopa judiciary? Politicians now hawaogopi. Akisikia kuiba anaiba, akisikia kuua anaua. They are not like us. Why? Because of the judiciary. So hata tutoe Ruto, hata tutoe nani, na judiciary yetu ni hii. We are doing zero work. That is exactly what I'm saying. We need to have a president who can be prosecuted even when he's in office. Because always in Gambia that our president has 10 years ya kuloot. That is exactly what happens in Kenya. That, like, I'll give you an example of Uhuru Kenyatta. When he took power in 2013, we gave him a free ticket to steal for 10 years. Hatuwezi tukashtaki Uhuru before atoke presidency. By the time anatoka presidency, the damage is done. Ashaiba for 10 years, ameiba trillions of dollars. I'm not talking about of Kenya shillings. Ameiba billions of dollars. Enye ni budget yetu ya 3 years or something of a country. Ati tunangoja amalize kuiba ndo tumpeleke kwa koti. Can you imagine that nonsense? Kama Ruto saizi hatuwezi mpeleka kotini, I saw another post by Flo anasema we have to wait for Ruto to finish his term, then we take him to court. What type of nonsense? When we actually have a judiciary system that wewe president, wewe na hiyo nini yako unachukuliwa, unakuja unakuwa answerable. When you're summoned by parliament, unakuja, you leave what you're doing, you come, you are answerable. Pesa imeibiwa, ndio hii. Auditor General amesema pesa imeibiwa. Nani ameiba? Kuja hapa ndani. It is that simple. Si ati sijui we have who to say what, huyu anasema nini, sijui what committee to ask what. What the fuck? Why do we have committees to question these people? Let these people go and face the judicial system. Huyu mtu amenunua kalamu na 10 million. One biro pen amenunua biro pen moja na 10 million. Unampeleka kwa parliament committee afanye nini? Akawaambie nini? Take this guy to court. Let him tell his stories. kwa court, a court that is not compromised. Na akitoka hapo anatoka hapo akienda kula maharagwe hadi siku hiyo kesi itaisha, waamue hapo innocent atoke. Sio anatoka hapo akiingia kwa chopa akienda kwake na amekula 10 million, anaingia kotini na chopa, ana land a few meters away na chopa, alafu anapanda gari yake Cadillacs and whatever the fuck, anaingia kotini, then anatoka the same way he came in, like he's a fucking VIP and he's a fucking criminal. It's because we have a judiciary that is not feared. They are the cause of our problems, not even William Ruto. William Ruto found mimi nilipata job mahali. When I got to that company, kulikuwa na supervisor anaogopwa. Bro, ujamaa unaweza fikiria kampuni ni yake. So when I got there, I saw this company is fucking rotten. And I was asking, what the fuck? Huyu jamaa ni supervisor mali mwenye kampuni? And it was very hard for me to bring change because kushaharibika. So even when you're trying to bring change, ushapata, it is rooted to the core. Watu washamuogopa na ni hivyo. You get it? And this is exactly what is happening in Kenya. Hata William Ruto ameshika hapa amepata ikitu iko even rotten, like he's going with it. So we need to first of all instill fear in these guys. Give Parliament the real powers Parliament needs to have. Because Parliament says in the errand boys. So when you the people who are supposed to be errand boys in the cabinet secretaries, not Parliament. Cabinet secretary amepatiwa nguvu na president. President amewapatia, sio sisi. We don't know about the cabinet secretary. Mambo yake na president. So anaweza kuwa errand boy because he's fucking serving his master.